you really do have some just dumbasses in the United States Congress. And one of them is Senator John Kennedy of Louisiana. First of all, this fake ass country corn boy, whatever accent, is fake. That's how he didn't always talk this way. But if y'all want to see some shameful behavior, watch what happened today in Congress when he was questioning a Muslim woman. If you want to see a level of hatred, just watch this idiot, Senator John Kennedy.
And according to your website, you're also, I'm going to quote here, a longtime Democratic Party activist who served as a member of the 2016 Democratic National Convention's Platform Standing Committee, close quote. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. You support Hamas, do you not?
Senator, oddly enough, I'm going to say thank you for that question because it demonstrates the purpose of our hearing today in a very effective way.
Let's start first with a yes or no.
Hamas is a foreign terrorist organization that I do not support, but you asking the executive director of the Arab American Institute that question very much puts the focus on the issue of hate in our country.
Well, I got your answer, and I appreciate it. What is the, you support Hezbollah too, don't you?
Again, I find this line of questioning extraordinarily disappointing,
Is that
Senator.
A no?
That
Yes.
you have Arab American constituents that you represent in your great state.
Yes, ma'am, I understand that, but my time's limited, and I apologize, but is that a yes or a no?
A yes or no question to do I support Hezbollah? The answer is I don't support violence, whether it's Hezbollah, Hamas, or any other entity that invokes it.
You can't
so
bring
no,
yourself
sir.
to say no, can you?
No, I can say no. I can say yes.
But
what I can say is
you just
your
can't
line
make
of
yourself do
questioning.
it. Do you
Senator,
support or oppose Iran and their hatred of Jews?
Again, I'm going to emphasize Iran, Hezbollah, Hamas, none of them is going to, this discussion.
You can't bring yourself to say no, can
Sir,
you?
I don't support.
It's real simple.
Excuse me, I'm going to, if I may, as a Muslim woman, sir, I'm going to tell you I do not support Iran. But what I will tell you is that this conversation.
I'm running out of time. I'm sorry. You called our decision to cut funding. You called our decision to cut fund. Well, first, what's the United Nations Relief and Works Agency?
It's UNRWA, which is the institution that exists to provide services and aid to the nearly 6 million Palestinian refugees.
And you called our decision to cut funding for them, quote, an incredible moral failure, close quote.
That is absolutely correct. But again, I would suggest that conversation is about foreign policy.
We did that because 9 UNRWA staff members were fired for actually helping Hamas on October 7th. Isn't that the case?
I don't believe that that's correct in terms of...
Let me ask you one more time. You support Hamas, don't you? You support UNRWA and Hamas, don't you?
Sir,
Please.
I think it's exceptionally disappointing that you're looking at an Arab American witness before you and saying you support Hamas.
You know what's disappointing to me?
I do not support Hamas.
Bring yourself
I do
to
not
say
support Hamas.
You don't support UNRWA. You don't support Hamas. You don't.
I was very clear in my support for UNRWA.
Hezbollah, and you don't support Iran. You should hide your head in a bag.
That is a perfect example of how shameless Republicans are. And see, I think some people in these panels are too deferential and respectful to members of Congress. That's an example where if I'm that woman, I would say, Senator Kennedy, you can go to hell. And I would have stood up and walked my ass right out of that hearing. And I would have said, y'all let me know when you decide to have a sense of decency return back to this room. And I would have walked the hell out. That man sat there, don't you support Hamas? Don't you support Hezbollah? Oh, you can't say no? We know those games. I would not have dignified his questions. That's when you say you are a pathetic, gross human being. And the chair could have sat there and gavelled, we can't allow personal attacks on members of the Senate. And I would say, that right there is an asshole. I just think sometimes, Mustafa, you got to call that thing a thing and not sit there and reason with a hateful bigot like Senator John Kennedy.
I mean, you hit it on the head. I mean, he is hateful. He's a bigot. Those questions were racist. You know, I've sat in those chairs before, so I understand the games that get played on Capitol Hill. But this also places a spotlight, once again, that this is a leader in the Republican Party. And if this is the best that you have, is this the best sets of information that you can try to extract from a witness instead of getting serious? You're a very unserious person. You are not truly trying to figure out how to move forward in a positive direction, how to make sure the country's better. I know Miss Berry. She is an excellent individual. She's an excellent leader. She is somebody who cares about this country, but she also understands the dynamics that are playing out across our planet and wants to make sure that wherever there is injustice, that it is being addressed. You know, they want to demonize us. They try and demonize us based on race. They try and demonize us based on religion. Without understanding that they continue to create larger and larger fissures inside of our country, but that's their goal. It is to be chaotic. It is to be chaotic if it is in a Senate committee or a conference or a hearing. They're not serious people about trying to find ways to either better our country or better this planet, and we have to utilize the power of our vote. I never tell anybody to vote who to vote for. Everybody knows that who's watched this show. But I do say vote for somebody who cares about our communities. Vote for somebody who's actually serious about a better future. Vote for somebody who actually cares about the dynamics that are playing out across our planet, because everything is interconnected. So when we allow individuals like the senator to do those types of things, there are ripple effects. And we have to decide if we want to have positive things that are going out, or we're going to continue to allow these types of individuals to embrace negativity and darkness and put that into the veins of America.
I just think again, listen, Joe, this is my posture in the meeting. I'll be in the chair and I'll be like, go to hell. Go to hell again. And then you can still go to hell. I just think sometimes you got to go there with racists like Senator John Kennedy.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, and I don't disagree with that. At the same time, you know, there are people out here, I would like to think, that are still to be convinced. And when you come in at the high level of class that this particular person did, you know, you could convince some people that are out there that could see. You know, it's kind of like fighting fire with fire, right? When Martin and John Lewis and everyone else did what they did in terms of the civil rights movement, they did not fight back physically. They fought back other ways. They choked economically because they knew that there was an audience that was watching. Maybe people that didn't want to sit next to them on the bus, but people that wouldn't put dogs on other people and put water hoses on them, high power hoses in order to prove their point. And so there is that. And then she also could do the middle ground. The middle ground could be saying, sir, those are racist statements, not calling you a racist, but those are racist statements. I have my own thoughts. I don't know you, but those are racist statements. This is why they're wrong. Despite that, I'm still answering the question. And here's what I'm saying. You could educate that listener and that looker, that person that's looking through the window all at the same time. But the good news is that Mr. Kennedy, who's not quite up to his namesake, the best part of the Kennedy name in any way, is helping us to get rid of the notion and the myth of white supremacy once and for all.
I hear Joe Randy, but I just think sometimes you just got to go ahead and go there. I just think you got, because I just think sometimes, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and say this here. One of my favorite all-time quotes, and all y'all people who keep telling me, Roland, stop cussing. I'm about to cuss right now, so I'm just going ahead and let y'all go know in advance, so y'all can go ahead, turn TV down, turn it down. It was at 2000. It was at one of them Tavis Smiley State of Black America things. It was at USC. And I remember my man Charles Ogletree and Nikki Giovanni was on the stage. And he asked Nikki Giovanni, why does she like Tupac so much? And she said, I like Tupac because somebody got to call a motherfucker a motherfucker. That is one of my all-time favorite quotes ever. And that's what Senator John Kennedy needed right there in that hearing. But go ahead with your thoughts.
I believe I believe in that too much. Okay, I like Joe's approach, and that's what I was thinking. I believe that we need to start calling people racist. I think she should have said, your accusations are racist. Just because, don't make these assumptions about me. I think she should have used the words. This country has convinced us that we're wrong when we call racism out. And I believe we—
Hold on, you said she should have used the words. Which words she should have used? Should she have used the Nikki Giovanni words, or she should have used the Della Reese words from Harlem Nights? Kiss my entire— No, she should have used Della Reese. Oh no, she should have used Della Reese from Harlem Nights. Kiss my entire ass. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
She wouldn't have educated people that way. And I believe that—
Yes, she would have. Yes, she would have.
I don't think so. I think racist and motherfucker are synonyms, to be honest with you. I think most of us hear it that way, and she should have called him on what he is and how he was acting. I think that would have shut him up. And I would have said, do you want me to answer the question, or do you want to give a speech and just accuse me? Let me know, because I can just not waste, you wasting my time up here. But of course, that's—
Y'all trying to be too nice. Y'all trying to be too nice. So I just think sometimes you got to go there. I just think for some people, the man said, "Do you support Hamas, Hezbollah?" And kept accusing her because she's a Muslim. Nah, man, he deserved to be cussed out every which way. And sometimes you got to cuss folks out. Sometimes you can't be nice. You can't be cordial. You can't be the one to turn the other cheek. Sometimes you just got to cuss their ass out and then let them deal with it.
Tomorrow on Fox News, they would have shown the clip over and over again, not of him acting a fool.
I don't give a damn. But we know that whole damn net. Guess what? And guess what? All them racists watching Fox News would have seen me cussing his punk ass out.
Well, we know, Roland. We know, because you have. And we're proud that you do.
You damn right. You damn right. Sometimes they asses need to get cussed out. All right.
Here's a 78-year-old billionaire who has not stopped whining about his problems.
Oh, she had a big crowd. Oh, the crowd.
This weird obsession with crowd sizes. It just goes on and on and on. America's ready for a new chapter. We are ready for a President Kamala Harris.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.